Bonjour and welcome to a new unboxing video, and today we've got a special unboxing. I know every unboxing is a bit special, isn't it? But this one is going to be in two parts because we've got a huge amount of stuff to unbox from the same wave of products. So I've decided we'll do it in two parts. This is a hint. This is a hint. So Super Friends are a hint, which means it's superpowers. Superpowers, used to be that line by Kenner in the 1980s, which the DC characters, and McFarlane has actually done the legacy line, which started sort of okay, but has become really, really good now, and they've embraced the idea of the nostalgia of it all, and it's a perfect continuation of the line from the 80s, except they don't have any of the action features that the figures used to have, which is a bit of a shame, but I mean, we understand budget, blah blah blah. It's okay. So the reason why we're going to do that into unboxing videos is because there's a huge amount of product. We've got 6 figures and 3 vehicles. So today we're going to do 6 figures and we're going to do one of the vehicles, which is my favorite. And in another video we'll do the 2 other vehicles, which will be actually the same vehicle but 2 different version of the same, so you can see what's available, and both are really, really good fun. So but let's start with the figures first. The figures are basically a new wave of figure by superpower. So we do have the Brainiac, so the villain from Superman. There will be another version of Brainiac. That's actually a spoiler. There will be another version of Brainiac with one of the vehicles. We do have a gold Superman. We do have a manga Batman. We do have Kilowog from the Green Lantern Corps. I mean, that's a big figure. We do have Sinestro. We already had a Sinestro, but this one is the Yellow Lantern version. And we do have another one that I dropped, which is Blue Beetle. And Blue Beetle is going to be my favorite. It is already my favorite. Even without opening it, it is my favorite. But anyway, let's go and see what those figures are like. We kind of expect what they are like because they're always the same kind of thing. I mean, so we'll start with the packaging. Of course, the packaging is always the same. So you do have the retro 1980s style packaging with the figure. In the back you do have the biography of the character, and you do have the list of all the figures. So this is a spoiler, well, not really, because you've seen all of those figures, except actually what I still don't understand is that on that list there are actually figures missing, because we're still missing the 3-pack that they released with Vigilante, a Judo Master, and Peacemaker. For some reason it's not appearing on that list. And we do have 3 vehicles here. We've already covered the Whirly Bat here, and that's the 2 new vehicles. One of them is the Brainiac Skull Ship, that will be in the next video, and we have Blue Beetle's Bug Ship, which is going to be in this video because I'm very, very impatient to open it. So here we go. The first figure is Brainiac, so we're going to open him. Well, we all know who Brainiac is. I mean, that's it looks like it's one of those old version of Brainiac. So here is Brainiac. He looks really, really cool. I actually like that figure. He looks so retro. It's fantastic. So as usual, superpowers, you've got 7 point of articulation with the head and the arms, and you do have the hip and the knee. So that's very, very much the classic superpowers look. It looks really, really nice. I do like that sculpt. It looks really nice. I really like it. I think it's a very good, it's probably the most retro of them. as far as I'm concerned, but it looks fantastic. But then we do have the gold Superman. So why a gold Superman? You will notice that there is this logo here saying 40 years anniversary, and that's actually for the anniversary of the Superpower line. I'm not showing you the back is the same. So they've already done a gold Batman and a gold Flash, and now they've gone for a gold Superman. The funny story is that back in the 80s, when the original line was out, they had planned on doing a gold Superman, which was for an anniversary edition gold Superman version. So it actually calls back to the original line. I noticed one thing that annoys me terribly, is that they are trying so hard to protect the capes that this is basically what you've got. This is the blister. So you do have the top blister, then you do have a back blister to hold the cape, and then you do have a middle blister with some of the cape in the back, which makes it a bit awkward to get out. So I appreciate that they want to make sure that the cape doesn't get damaged. I do understand that, and I do, but it's a bit annoying. So here we go. We do have the gold Superman. So it's the same Superman figure we've had before, except it's painted gold. It does have his big red Superman logo in the back. I mean, not much to say about this one. I mean, we've seen many Superman figures already. Of course, it's got a removable cape as usual. They have improved a fair bit the way they do the capes. I mean, the first wave, the capes were really pretty bad. They were using a kind of, the fabric was wrong and it wasn't attaching correctly, but they have improved those. It's still not as good as back in the 80s, but close. Anyway, so here is the Japanese Batman, so manga Batman, which is the third figure. Do they say anything? No, they don't say anything, because they could have done something special for this Batman. But no, they haven't done anything special. So it's just the regular Batman biography. I actually like this Batman figure. It's a very strange choice, but I like the color scheme, of course, with that system of blister. But here you go. It looks really cool. I do like that it's not black and white, because there's a bit of color, but I do like the faded color look, and I do like that the head is really cool. Very, very nice paint job on that. So an interesting Batman. They have to do their variant Batman like they do their variant Superman, because of course the theory is that Batman and Superman sell much better than other figures. So, and if you do, you're guaranteed that you will sell a Batman or a Superman figure, and it also allows more money to be poured in development of other figures, because then you reuse a sculpt. You don't have to redevelop any figure. You just use the same figure, you just change the colors. It's very cheap, and it means that the rest of the money, the budget for the wave, is then redistributed so that you can have new figures. So it's actually it's not a bad thing. I mean, people are always complaining about, yeah, another Batman, another Superman. I do, because I'd rather have something else, but there is a reason, there's a method to the madness of doing multiple Batman and Superman, or Wonder Woman, or Flash. I mean, they do have a few figures like that they will bring back regularly, because they sell and because it allows them to save money and then do more figures. So speaking of which, this is our fourth figure already. God, that goes quickly. And this is actually probably one of the reasons why you've got a Batman and a Superman figure, because this is a big new figure to release, and of course they had to to do a completely new sculpt. It's actually quite a hefty figure. This is Kilowog, one of the Green Lantern Corps. And it's funny that they say Green Lantern Corps. They don't even say that it's Kilowog. They do say there's Kilowog on the back, though. Kilowog has always been an interesting character because he has never been a major Green Lantern, but he's always been, you know, like a secondary character. He was in the Justice League International. He was in plenty of ways, so it makes sense that they would choose actually that Green Lantern. And oh God, it's a very, very hefty figure. That's really cool. I mean, he looks absolutely fantastic. I love him. That sculpt is brilliant. If you want to compare, let's compare to the size of Superman. So you can see that he's actually much bigger than Superman. Superman being one of the tallest character, if not the tallest character in the line. So well, except for Darkseid. But so here you go, looking really fantastic. Of course, he's got his Green Lantern ring, and you notice of course that they had to do special hands for him because he only has 4 fingers and not 5. And same thing, he's got the same articulation, so 7 point of articulation, except, well, the head doesn't turn as much because it is like on the weird neck pivot. So, but I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind that a lot with a big figure like that. So it's and surprisingly heavy. And of course it's quite a stable figure. Then we do have another character from the Green Lantern universe, and it's a variant, so basically they saved a bit of money on that as well, because they reused the original Sinestro figure, which the first time they did it was in his classic uniform, whereas he's wearing his Yellow Lantern Yellow Lantern costume in this. So let's get him out. So here we go. This is Sinestro. So you will notice it is the same Sinestro figure that we've already had. Sorry, he does have, of course, his gold ring, if I'm not mistaken. Here you go. He has his gold ring. So Yellow Lantern. The Yellow Lantern, if I remember well, are the Lanterns of Fear, and he does come with this lovely little lantern accessory, which we're going to check if he can actually carry it, because that's quite often an issue now with lots of toys, which is that they give you accessories and they can't carry them, but he can, which is really cool. So that's Sinestro. And then the last but not least, and I kept him last because he's my favorite, Blue Beetle Ted Cord. And of course we're going to have something that goes with Ted Cord just afterwards. That's also why I kept him last. So here we go. This is the first Blue Beetle, because, well, the second actually, because there was a Golden Age Blue Beetle, and there is the Blue Beetle that people know more now because of course he's got his movie out, which is with the alien armor thing. So this is the, I would say, the classic Blue Beetle. He looks really, really cool. I like him a lot. So here you go. That's the 6 figures. So we've got Blue Beetle, Manga Batman, Gold Superman, Brainiac, classic Brainiac, Kilowog from the Green Lantern Corps, and Yellow Lantern, Sinestro. So that's the 6 figures, and they're out right now. But now that we do have Blue Beetle out, I'm going to show you Blue Beetle's Bug, because that's one of the vehicles that's been released, and he looks absolutely fantastic. I'm sure it's going to be great. So we're going to see if it's easy to assemble as usual, and I hope it's easy to disassemble, because there's nothing worse than a a toy that you can't put back in its box, because let's face it, for vehicles, play sets, it's easier if you can keep them in the box because they take a lot less space. So here you go. So you do have at the front, you do have of course the bug with an image of the bug. On the side you do have the bug. On the other side you do have the bug. On this side you have the instruction to actually put the legs on the bug, and in the back you've got some shots of the bug, and it does say that you can see two figures, that you can open the wings, and that you actually have a retractable sky wire for the figure. So really cool. And I can't help but notice that on this image we do have two people in the bug, and the person that's sitting next to Blue Beetle is Booster Gold, his partner, not in crime but in crime, which probably means that in the next wave we will have Booster Gold, which would be great because you need to have Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. They are really the fab team. So, but anyway, that's not out yet. So let's open this. So usually I have to say that McFarlane usually is very good at designing their packages for their vehicles, because they are fairly easy to take out of the box. So here is the bug. So we're going to put his legs. Let's see if, so you do have the legs for the bug here. And what else do we have? We've got that bit here, which should go. Yes. Well, it took a bit of time, but here we go. We do have the bug here. So it looks really fantastic. I'm not quite sure how easy it will be to remove this. I'm see if you want to know if you can disassemble it, this might be the difficult bit. So you go. You do have the bug here. You can of course move the legs the way you want, because I don't think you're supposed to really move them, but that's really cool. So you do have the belly here, which is basically, that's supposed to be the escape hatch or whatever that they use. You can actually press it, but I don't think it works for this at the moment. Well, I think you actually use that for this accessory, but we're not going to look at it right now. What we want to know is basically how to open, and I think basically you press here and that opens the wings. That's really very cool. And inside you do have the cockpit with two seats, and I'm sure you can put more than two figures. Let's see first how many, if it's easy to actually put the figure in. So here we go. Well, I'm not putting him. I probably could do that a bit better than what I've done. Here we go. That's better. So can we close it with, yes, we can close it with the pilot inside. That's one of the important things. So let's reopen it. So you do have the cockpit with place for one figure, so that's one of the action feature. So we can close that, and then at the bottom here there is actually a cable. Let's see if it works. Yes, you can. Basically with the I'm going to show you when you open this, you do have actually two prongs, and actually the two prongs are the thing that allow you to connect Blue Beetle, because otherwise, I mean, it would be in the wrong direction. So here you go. We do have Blue Beetle that's hanging under the bug. So you see, that's how he holds. And I think that if you press on this, you actually bring back the Blue Beetle up. So that's really cool. I absolutely adore it. It's brilliant. I could play with it for hours, and I would probably play with it for hours. But anyway, so here you go. That's the end of the first part, the first unboxing. So we do have the Blue Beetle's bug, and we do have those six figures. The Blue Beetle, Brainiac, Superman, Manga Batman, Kilowog, and Sinestro, and they're available in the US. I think they're about to be released in the UK and in some other countries, but I don't know who's got them at the moment. And I will see you again soon for a second unboxing, and I can give you a hint that will be that ship and another one just like that, but I'm not showing you the other one. So I will speak to you again soon with the second part of this Superpowers unboxing. Bye.